Hey, um, hello. I am making another video. Um, I'm like really emotionally drained and really sore, just kind of like all over. Actually in like really targeted areas, but that's what this video is gonna be about. Um, yeah, I wanted to talk today about physical symptoms of spiritual ailments. Please don't mind my hair. I'm gonna wash it today. I just need one day. I just need one day to care for myself. And hopefully today is that day. But yeah, talking about like physical ailments of spiritual symptoms or like emotional stress is like really important to me because for those of you who don't know, I'm a registered nurse. And prior to going into the Western medical field, I did a lot of self study in holistic healing. My inspirations are Dr. Sebi, of course, Queen Afua, Jewel Pukram, Laila Africa, and honestly, anybody black, anybody's grandma, a lot of indigenous cultures as well influence just my healing modalities and philosophies and schools of thought. And I'm so appreciative of our ancestors and this legacy because really, like, this universe, even in the midst of its chaos, is such a perfect simulation. And it's constantly providing us with the medicine that we need to be well and to take care of ourselves. There's literally nothing on this earth that can't be treated without or with the aid of our environment. And so I just want to touch a little bit on that today because most of the videos I've made thus far have been like spiritual. Also, shout out to Natalie for giving me the Chanel scarf. It was free of cost to me. I ain't rolling like that yet, but time, will come, and even when that time comes, I will probably be spending that money elsewhere. But thank you for gifts like these that make me feel loved and cared for. Okay, so I'm holding the video up like this because I can't even put myself in a position to like set up um in a way that's like any more than this. This is what we're giving this morning. But yeah, I've had a lot of different people come into my life within like the past week who are in need of just like support. And that's just it, just support. And I think that one thing that people fail to recognize is that it has been studied and documented that stress alone is the cause of 95% of the ailments that we experience. And I think the reason that that doesn't get talked about enough is because we see the symptoms of that stress and then we attach it to a disorder or illness. And then the name that we give it, the category of how these different ways stress manifests itself within our body, gets all of the attention instead of us dealing with the root issue. And so, for myself, just as an example, like I mentioned, I've had a lot of people leaning on me um, or reaching out to me in states of crisis. And I'm so grateful that people can trust me enough to want to be vulnerable with me in these moments. And a lot of the time, all I really do is offer a listening ear, resources if I can, and prayer and connection to spirit so that, you know, both individuals, myself as a support, and then the individual seeking that support can find just a moment of being grounded so that a real solution can come out of it. So I've been eating chocolate as well, so I'm like, ugh. And I've been picking at my skin. So yeah, so last night I had intended on going to bed early because I'm starting a new job and I just want to be in a position where I'm healthy enough to be there for these babies, these kids, as a nurse. And so obviously being well rested is a part of that process. Eating well, exercising, making sure that I'm healthy enough so that I can set a good example for these other individuals who will need that strength. And just a second, I feel like I hear someone calling me. Okay, no, we're good. Um, and so, yeah, I've been just trying to stay disciplined and trying to, avoid like any distractions that might make my energy low or might, just disturb my peace. It's really important to me. And I found myself in a situation where a friend reached out in crisis, and I did not know how to handle the situation, and I panicked, and it really just drove my anxiety up the wall, and I could feel like in my chest just so much energy, and all of my body just tightened, and I was like frozen. I couldn't really move. I didn't know what to do, and I just tried the best I could to facilitate um, a support task force for this individual, but I was up till like 1 a.m. trying to figure that out, and still like with little peace, little peace from that. Even though the person is okay now, it still caused like these lingering effects that now are showing up in my body. So I woke up this morning and I just like had the most upset stomach, and you know I'm gonna post a link in the description about what site that I have been using for years now. But it'll touch on, when you're experiencing certain things in your body, what it could be relating to on a psychological level. And obviously, if I'm having an upset stomach, that means I'm struggling to digest something. And it was really interesting because I got up and I was like, oh my God, my stomach hurts so much. I have so much I need to do today to make sure that I'm prepared. But I can't really do anything until I touch on this first. And so I went to go make myself a cup of tea. I was really craving ginger. Didn't have it, but I was like, okay, hibiscus is great for just circulation. So let me get on that. And um, before the tea even got ready, I stay here with my family, which I'm really, really blessed for, to like have, housing security, especially in this day and age. It's essential. So I went to speak to my mom just about what happened last night. And even if, she doesn't always see things from my point of view, um, it's so important that we have people who we can just talk to. And my last semester in nursing school, my paper was on narrative medicine and how essential it is for healthcare providers to be good listeners and be able to understand that our stories have everything to do with not only our state of being health wise, but our overall healing journey. If we can understand where somebody's coming from, where they are currently, and where they intend on going, then it makes our jobs easier as healthcare providers to be a guiding force, or to be just supportive in that process, because we'll see a fuller picture of what someone's going through. We'll understand why they might not be compliant with their medicine. We'll understand where their fears and paranoia comes when it comes to seeking treatment. All of this is really important. You don't want to be a stranger to somebody who needs your care. Um, so being able to just like get everything off my chest and listen to what my mom had to say from her own point of view, I could feel how healing that process was for me. And like I said before I even got the tea, just getting that conversation, getting that support, that communication as communion, um, my stomach ache went away like immediately, and that was awesome. So I was really, pleasantly surprised, but not surprised, just appreciative to recognize that, again, it was the stress that I was carrying that was upsetting my digestive tract. And while tea definitely also would have helped, is helping, the fact that just somebody else's love and care and tenderness could do that for me, and I could see immediate results, meant a lot, meant so much. Just reaffirms everything that this process means to me, and this type of understanding of medicine means to me. Yeah, and then as soon as that was over, because again, the effects of that night and of just this week in general, trying to get everything together, you know, I just, like, that ache and that anxiety crept into my heart. And so I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do about this? And I've just been resting and lying down and being gentle with myself, going slow. That's always helpful, just being gracious with yourself. That to me is true self-love and self-care, not that other frou-frou shit, but just really just like listening to what your body needs at that moment and yielding and surrendering to that. So I just listened to some of my favorite trash YouTube and rested, and now I feel like that's been resolved. And then as soon as that's resolved, it shot to my shoulder. Right? And so the stomach, as we mentioned, represents our ability to digest and process information. Our heart, I think, represents like the support that we have, because our heart is the organ that assists in our circulating all of this blood, oxygen, and nutrients throughout the whole body. So that really requires a lot of strength and support. So how I felt supported came into play, and obviously, I have such loving friends who are always checking up on me. And even last night, I had amazing people that I reached out to who were aware of, you know, this individual to assist, and that felt really safe and secure. And then also, I received some support that wasn't secure or safe at all, and I had to really see that, you know, and recognize that, and just make note of it, not necessarily address it, but be like, okay, maybe this person isn't the best person to reach out to in moments of crisis, because our support systems are also so huge when it comes to, again, heart medicine and just being alive in general. And now, as from my motherfucking shoulder, I'm just gonna be stretching. I'm gonna take a bath today. I have rose oil that I'm gonna be working with that's great for heart health and just being kind to yourself, again assisting with that circulation, because when it comes to stress and the emotions, our ability to move forward, and to let go is huge. It's a huge part of the treatment. And whenever you can have things circulating and flowing through you and out of you and not holding on to it and causing stagnation in the body, that's going to help us to alleviate that stress as well. So things like I said, that ginger, wanting that ginger, that spice to stimulate my circulatory system, and then working with the rose, that's really calming and strengthening, has that astringent quality to it. And when we think of things that are astringent, it like tightens the pores like in our skin and just tightens the cells, binding it, making it stronger. um I'm definitely going to be working with a lot of lavender today. And I have some passion flower that I picked recently that is for some other individuals, but I'm definitely going to just borrow a snippet of because I need it. So yeah, I just wanted to come like share that for those of you who might not be hip to that way of dealing with stress and dealing with physical ailments. Yeah, communicating what's going on so that you can begin that process of letting go is essential. So I really appreciate narrative medicine and all the people throughout my life who are a listening ear, you know, to celebrate with me and also to like be there for me when I just feel like shit. Um, and when I'm, you know, carrying the weight of other people's experiences, you know, that has to go somewhere too. Like I appreciate everyone who does depend on me, because there's so much reciprocal healing that does take place in those moments as well. And this feels awesome too. So I appreciate you guys for listening. This is definitely not a video for you guys to feel bad for me, but your ass can definitely donate so that I can like take care of myself today. But either way, it's gonna get done. You really don't need much to be there for yourself. It's awesome. Um, and again, just by being present in life and respecting and valuing this experience, that already helps. So, on that note, I'm gonna dip. I hope you guys are staying safe. I know it's so cold everywhere else in the country. If you guys need anything, please by all means reach out to me so I can know what resources I need to cultivate to send out and disperse to people who need that. So, thank you again. Like, share, subscribe, but mostly just be present for yourself, because if you guys are doing the work on your end, then that's all the work that we need to be doing. So, I'm going to go and put myself together and be easy. Much love, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.